Hey guys, this is FangSlasherVA here, coming at you with a new series. Today I've actually started up doing interviews with different people I know, and maybe various other Sonic people that been associated with the Sonic franchise, if they would ever get back with me. Looking at you, Ryan Drummond, and Christian Whitehead. Anyways, today's first interview is actually with a very good friend of mine. He is the Broly Bro. He is the Red Panda. He is known on YouTube as Bardock and the Elite Fighters, but I know him as my buddy Justin.
So I don't have much to say, but it's great to be here. Thanks for inviting me.
Yep, no problem, dude. So, I guess the first question is, how did you get involved with doing this whole crazy YouTube thing?
Alright, well, it's a bit of somewhat of a long story, but not too much. It's like this. Basically, when I was a kid, you know how every kid had one of those dreams where they wanted to do something when they grow up?
Yeah.
It was something like that for me. When I was a kid, and I always watched cartoons and stuff, or like certain shows and animes, I always thought of being like an entertainer or a cartoonist, like a drawing and stuff.
Aww.
Mm-hmm.
Lately, I've been learning how to. When I was a kid, I've been doodling a lot, things from shows I've seen, or doing voice impressions. Hence why, to this day, most people's favorite voice they do like to hear is the meat. For those who've seen this one, you might have seen it, is Meatwad from Aqua Teen Hunger Force. The one is dead on for me.
Freaking Meatwad.
Yeah. Do you wish to hear it?
Oh my god.
Oh, I don't know why you're so upset with Meatwad, but okay.
Oh my god,
Anyway.
that is super accurate. Holy crap.
Yeah, thank you. That's what basically is. It somehow stuck with me, and then it just never left, and people loved it. And then I just slowly worked my way into it. I never really thought about making a channel per se, but let's just say a few people who I met through a Discord and stuff when I first came out here, and try to have me join into it, because like I was a DBZ fan, and you know how those were a thing around the YouTube era.
Yeah.
For a while, you know?
Yeah, that was a big thing. That was kind of where all the quote-unquote character channels were. It was mainly DBZ stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And people, I said I could give it a try, but I didn't know where to start, really. And then someone suggested Bardock, and he was my favorite character, because he was one of the few movies I enjoyed, and people say there weren't too many Bardock channels, and I was like, I guess I could give it a whirl, and I did. At first, I mostly appeared only on other people's channels because at the time, I didn't really have proper equipment. Back then, I just had my old cell phone and my Xbox to play games.
Yeah, like, when I first started YouTube, I'm sure you've heard me talk about this in other videos. I literally used the freaking PS3i camera.
Mm-hmm.
And I would hook it up either in the computer or through my PS3 itself, and that's how I would record videos. And if you go back on my channel, you can see how crappy the quality was, but it's like, I didn't know about OBS.
Yeah, like, I didn't know, I didn't have any of the technology stuff, so most of all of my videos and streams back then, if you look at my old channels, it was recorded with all of my cell phone and everything like that.
yeah, like, how I got started, which, this is going to date myself so badly.
Mm-hmm.
I actually started doing YouTube during the very early days, like 2007. You know, this was before people started to gravitate towards YouTube. Like, YouTube was still kind of underground. It wasn't as well known yet. And I got into it because of Sonic sprite animations. And, you know, that was my start. I did some sprite tests. Like what any first-time animator did, they always put up tests. And then what happened was, I think at the time, I can't remember if YouTube had a way to change your name or not, but I just deleted the old channel, and I regret that ever since, because I wish I I wish I still had those older videos. I would have loved to upload them to my current channel.
Yeah, I know that completely. Like I used to do it other old character channel. I don't really do it much anymore, but I tried it out. Then felt like I was in the groove of it. But when people convinced me to try, seem to like the stuff I was doing, I was just like, all right, I'll keep at it. And then lo and behold, that's kind of where I am. But more voices got added and characters got added. It's just like, hence why I just went from just a one Bardock channel just to a Bardock Elite Fighters, because let's be honest, everyone loves the voice impressions I do for them and stuff, and it's literally just so many people on there.
Yeah, 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 and kind of like with you, it
Mm-hmm.
was, it was because of certain people, and a certain Discord server that I was a mod in that made,
Mm-hmm.
and ironically enough, it was a former friend that suggested it to me because I thought at the time I could do a pretty decent imperfect cell voice, but they told me that there was already a freaking imperfect cell voice, and they told me
Mm-hmm.
based on my name, because I was going by my Twitch name at the time on Discord, why don't you do Shadow the Hedgehog?
Hmm.
Yeah, and I was like, you know what? Why not? And it took me a long time to get the voice down, and yeah, I don't recommend going back to that video.
Sometimes we all have our videos we are not fully
Yeah,
okay with.
yeah, I hate watching my stuff, dude. I hate watching my stuff. I am one of those type of YouTubers that I cannot watch my older stuff or even my current stuff.
Yeah.
But so this is a very interesting question because we both, let's be honest, we both voice two different Brolys, but let's also be honest and say that we actually both of us can voice both versions of Broly, Super and Z.
Yes.
It's just that
Yes.
it's just that out of respect for each other, I don't touch Super Broly and you don't touch Z Broly because of respect between me and you.
Yes. With the whole Zuper and Z Broly thing, I never really had the thought or the idea of doing a Broly voice occurred to me at the time, because it's not like I didn't want to or try. It's mostly because I already know there was a few Broly channels like you and another one named Chunny who did a Broly voice, and
He does a great Broly.
yeah. So it's kind of why I just like it's not like I didn't want to try or do just base Broly in general, but I just like kind of pushed that away from me and just let them have it. But then when Super Broly came around, I thought it would be a good idea to try, and my friend Crossy, who's the editor for my channel, suggested to give it a shot because I can actually probably pull off the mannerisms and the tone for it with enough practice. So
Yeah,
at the time, I gave it a shot, and people actually liked me when I was doing Super Broly.
yeah, and like Dragon Ball Super Broly really
Mm-hmm.
did, like, Broly was always a popular character, but what that
Mm-hmm.
movie did, it literally took both versions of Broly and really shot them even more higher up with being even more popular.
Mm-hmm.
But ironically enough, I wasn't doing Broly at the time when that movie came out. What actually inspired me to do Z Broly was actually because of you doing Super Broly.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Thought that for a minute.
Um, because I've always wanted to do Broly's voice. It's just that, like what Vic says, it's a throat ripper.
Yeah, hence why when I do most Broly's, the roars are here and there, and his angry is just more only when pushed, kind of like how Super Broly was when
Yeah.
his emotions only get pushed. I just tend to go for the normal, calm, and gentle route, but for the funny ha-has and stuff, the others voices or characters on my channel try to teach them and stuff. Some are good influences, and some are just Not the best influence, but it makes him have his own personality.
Yeah, yeah, and when it comes to Z Broly I kind of go between doing legendary and base, which again, my base Broly, and I realized this once again. I got inspiration from you for my base form Z Broly voice.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I got him pretty good of going from base to going legendary, which is a big, it's like it's insane on how much I literally trained myself to do that, because I can't imagine Vic and now Johnny going from base form to going full blown legendary, because it's like it's a totally different, vocal ranges. And then of course I introduced a character based on a joke because of Mizuki having both Broly and Goku Black as as models and all that. I literally brought to life Broly Black.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm sure that there's a lot of people that we know that wants to kill me for that one. But yeah, and like, the thing with Broly too, and I think what really drives me nuts is when Dragon Ball Super Broly came out, like, it made people that love Broly love him more. Like, but then you have, the Z Broly haters, and we all know how they are. They start.
Like,
go on.
Sorry. I feel like, from what I could tell, more Z Broly haters occurred, from what I could tell, is mostly around the whole Bio Broly era, from what I noticed.
Yeah. But what's interesting though too, right, is that there's this big misconception with Z Broly. People think Broly hates Goku because, oh well, he cried. The movie shows after he starts crying, that's when you see that Saiyan soldier lift Broly up by his tail with the dagger. Z Broly actually has PTSD.
Like, I have no hatred towards Z Broly at all. I want to put that out there. I actually like Z Broly. I enjoy his movies when I was growing up. I actually did watch them when I was a kid. And I will say, if it wasn't for Z Broly, we really wouldn't have the idea of a Broly in the Dragon Ball Superverse and things.
Yeah, exactly. And also too, without Z Broly, we also wouldn't have Kale as well, because Kale was created to pretty much appease the Broly fans.
Mm-hmm.
Which we all know how much I love that idea. Even though that I like Kale, that's the one thing that I dislike. It's like she was made for marketing reasons. So let's see here. Do you have any like big future goals with your channel?
Honestly, I'm not sure, because literally I try to do whatever I feel like what appeases the fans, is like play new games that just come out recently, or try to do. I am thinking about going back into videos. Most times it's just been motivational moods, so to say.
Mm-hmm.
And what feels like might attract the audience. And at first, I understand how people would say, remember, you gotta be sure to do this and views and stuff. And it's like, right. At the time, and I still think this now, I don't really care about the views per se. Is it nice? Yes, I'm fine with that. And I don't mind if some of the videos I do that get a lot of popularity. For example, the one popular vid on my channel is that when I uploaded that small snippet of where for everyone who knows this, and I'm sure you know this, when Mark Hamill voiced a character in Yakuza and things like that, and I uploaded YouTube, and people love that one, and I still get some comment notifications from that here and there.
Yeah. Yeah. That was Mark Hamill has been in a lot of stuff. I mean, he's Luke Skywalker, but he also plays the freaking Joker.
Mhm. It's funny how a man could do so many roles, but there are times when you do so many roles, you tend to forget you actually have done that. Hence why I upload that clip, because someone actually pointed out, and I did find that out, that he actually forgot he actually did a voice. He did voice Majima for a bit. So yeah, but I digress. I feel like my goal right now is if I could get to 10K, maybe I could try to do more big ideas people might like to see in the future, because now that I've on a PC accessibility, I could possibly play more games or do more ideas people might be interested in seeing for the future on the channel. Because last time when I was playing, when I reached 5K, I played a horror game for them, because as to thank them for all the support and love they give. Most times it would just be AMVs and the other stuff, but for 10K, I might just play another game and stuff for them or do a big thank you. But at the time, not too much. Probably make a few changes, things around. I have thought of rebranding, but I might stick with the name. But it's just the reason I say rebranding. It's nothing wrong with the name or anything. It's just that sometimes people say it's hard to find my channel because the whole Elite Fighters relates to Dragon Ball Fighters. At the time, it didn't occur to me because I thought I'd be clever with the name Elite Fighters, ending it with a Z, but so did Bandai Namco with the Dragon Ball Fighters thing. I was like, well, shit.
Yeah.
Well, this might be confusing.
Yeah. That was my thinking with my rebranding, because if you look up channels names with just Shadow the Hedgehog, there's a crap ton. And I'm like, okay, well, I'm definitely just blending in with the others. I need to find a way to kind of, make my channel pop out more, which is why I changed my name to what it is now. And like, unlike some other channels that do similar stuff to us, I didn't rebrand because I wanted to get away from the whole, character channel thing. I rebranded because I felt like I earned it. Does that make sense?
That does make sense. You felt like you deserve a change, and you earned that said change from all the hard work you've done.
I work my butt off, dude. 5 days a week.
Yeah, I try to do what I can. Hence why I do streams or videos for the people.
Yeah, I know that in the future we plan on doing like the Dokkan spin wheel thing.
I got that website up and ready for you, man.
That's gonna be insane.
I know. Here's the thing. I may just be watching you and Mizu going at it, but I will say I could tell when I spin that wheel, and you just see I will most likely feel the joy or despair on your faces, depending on what you and Mizu get for like links or characters or numbers and stuff. Because that wheel, because from when you've seen Diddy's videos, and when he uses that wheel, he has many variety of choices you can make for that wheel. It'll just be like, oh my god.
Yeah. One idea I thought that would be pretty cool, that I think would be cool, is if we literally take all the characters that was in Budokai 3 and put them on a wheel, and we have to base a team off of those Budokai 3 characters.
That would be interesting. You could also do the same with the Tenkaichi games, or even Raging Blast 2, for example, because those have a lot of characters as well.
Oh yeah, for sure. Actually, what's interesting though too, now that you have a computer, you can actually start streaming Dokkan if you wanted.
Yeah, I was have to get the capturing stuff for it. That's the thing.
Yeah. For me, my future plans is obviously I want to do the show I've been talking about a lot. Because I think my characters are unique enough to warrant a show, and not only that, I kind of want to toss shade at Ruby as well. Kind of kick them in their butts a little bit. Motivate them a little bit to have a better show. But I mainly wanted to do this because, when the time comes I'm no longer here, I don't want those characters to be stuck in my head. I want them to be out. I want people to create fan art and cosplay, and for me, just like with you, I don't care about views. Views are nice.
Mm-hmm.
To me, and I know that this isn't how YouTube works anymore, to me, the subscribers to me are the most important.
Mm-hmm.
I have always said that if it wasn't for my fans, I wouldn't be able to do a lot of stuff I can do now.
Yeah.
And I feel like for some creators, they kind of forget that. They kind of let fame go to their heads a little bit, and they forget who allowed them to have that fame.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
So most times, fame's what I've seen. From what I've seen, it tends to go into certain people's head and things, and I can see why. But honestly, that's why I try to hope I don't get to, because hence why I was also nervous about getting certain tech upgrades and things, because I know when people sometimes do, they tend to like not be able to reconnect with certain people like they used to know and things like that. But lately I've been able to, and it was nice.
yeah, yeah. And, like, I have already told people this. If I end up letting fame get to my head, just literally kick my ass.
Mm.
Because I don't ever want to become a egotistical, famous person.
Mm-hmm.
And especially when YouTube is quite literally something that anyone can get success with if they work hard enough.
Absolutely.
But yeah, so have you seen Superhero yet?
Not, but I do know what kind of goes on, because I've seen some bits and pieces, and some people just brought it to my attention. I will admit, I'm just gonna say this, even though they haven't, most people probably haven't seen it yet. But for those who have seen it, I'm just gonna say this: the new forms they gave Gohan and Piccolo are very interesting. I'll admit that.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, especially Gohan's, with it being a, homage to the Cell games.
Yeah. Though I'll admit, when I first looked at it, and like, I'll admit the model animation models for them looked a bit weird to me, but I got used to it. Because, like, I know what they're going for with the animation style. It's very CGI like and things. I have nothing wrong with that, but sometimes some CGI doesn't always work, if that's the right way to say it. But I don't know.
Yeah.
But from when I first saw his new form with the big hair, I almost immediately thought of how Super Saiyan 2 Gohan's hair looked when it had in the Budokai games, where it's just all
yeah,
like that.
Yeah, like, I mean, heck, like, I'm gonna assume that you've seen his transformation.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What I love about that, it's a shot-for-shot remake of his Super Saiyan 2 transformation from the Cell games, and I loved how that was poetic.
Absolutely, it's really good, and I enjoy the homage. But I'm just gonna say this: I don't like Cell Max. I don't.
Is it because of Dokkan? Is it because of Dokkan?
that, and I felt like, in a way, his design was a bit rushed, because I get what they're going for here in this scenario, but with a villain like, if you're gonna bring a villain like that back, I feel like you could have done a little more justice for him than almost make him a raging kaiju thing. You know what I mean?
Well, actually, I'm not gonna spoil anything, but they do actually explain why he's like that in the movie. So.
Okay. But I do hate Cell Max on Dokkan. I don't know how Dokkan tubers do it. I really don't. I get most of them have an advantage because most of them have JP accounts, but God, is it irritating with the third phase. Like, literally, I beat my record, by the way. I was able to get him down to the 4th health bar. But thanks to the Cooler Revive animation stuff, the Metal Cooler one. But just, okay.
Yeah,
Take a break with that guy.
Yeah, and I'm like, okay, can we please have that Gohan now in this game?
Yeah, I'm just waiting for that 8GL free to play Gohan that we have to be awakened right now, like where we can awaken him to LR or some shit. That's what I'm waiting for.
Yeah, I guess it's like, oh god, we need that Gohan.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, obviously, when we first met,
Mm-hmm.
it was in CL server.
Of course.
And obviously, we didn't really talk because, at the time, and you've explained this to me and Mizu, that at the time, you were pretty, what's the word?
A bit antisocial.
Yeah. And
my reasons for it was my rough patch, and I do apologize in that advance.
Trust me, dude, it's fine, because I still deal with some antisocial issues.
Yeah.
But what's interesting though too, like, I don't remember, but all of a sudden, like, we started to talk more, and I don't know how it happened. It just happened. It's like,
I think it's when you actually sit down and talk and get to know the person better. It just kind of clicks a little more, especially when you can actually have a random laugh with that person. Where if it's a person you've never met but you talk to, I feel like you can enjoy their company a little or have a good laugh with them if they makes you laugh. That's what I'm saying.
yeah. I mean, it could have been because I made a joke about wall meat because of Castlevania.
Yes, I do remember that.
I wish I could whip my wall and get it like a pork chop.
And all says, yeah, but no one your luck. You probably only get like something like a freaking potion or something like that.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, and then it was just like you heard the insult, but you also recognize I did play Castlevania games.
Yeah. I was like, wait, you know Castlevania? Like something along those lines.
Yeah, and I literally quoted what is a man to you, and then you just followed along with a miserable pile of secrets.
Yeah.
Which was really funny at the time.
Yeah, like, we've definitely grown a lot closer over these past couple years, that's for sure.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And, like, geez, we've never had any sort of disagreement at all.
Really? If anything, if something was feeling off with us or something, we'd probably talk about it or just let things cool down for us before we check in to see if everything's okay. But so far, we really haven't butt heads about anything. The only times we would is just our silly talk and stuff, like a silly argument we would have with friends. Other than that, nothing too serious.
Yeah, and, like, it's definitely, like, I will admit, I definitely do have times to where I'm like, are these people actually my friends, or, because of my own trust issues. And, like, when did this turn into a therapy session? What the?
Yeah, I think it's because we were actually talking about it. My bad.
Yeah, no. Do not blame yourself, my dude. Do not, but, okay. This is going to be a question that I'm curious about, because I feel like people are, even though that people might prefer both, people, might prefer one over the other. Are you on Team Goku or Team Vegeta?
Oh, Team Vegeta all the way. Like, I have nothing against Goku. I did like him and stuff, but I don't know. Like, I thought, how do I put this? When I was growing up as a kid, here's where the Vegeta bias comes in. Just hear me out. And when I tell you I see these things, you will fully understand why I say Vegeta.
Okay.
My life grows involved writing comic books and watching superhero movies. And those comics and superhero movies mostly involved Ghost Rider, Punisher, and Spawn, where they don't fully go under the hero title, they go the anti-hero route.
Oh, okay. Vegeta. Okay,
yeah.
okay, that makes a lot. Actually, that's actually a very unique answer, because most of the time when like, people ask it to somebody, they always say Vegeta because, he's a better father. He actually went through character development and all that. But yours is a totally like, I never heard that answer before. For me,
No.
I'm Team Goku.
Go ahead.
I'm Team Goku. I've always been a Goku fan. Even though that I like Vegeta a lot as well, it's just Goku. I like it when Goku gets serious, and like to me, I'm more scared of when Goku gets serious and pissed off than Vegeta.
Oh, I can understand that completely. Like, I still, just because I'm a Vegeta fan doesn't mean I don't like Goku at all. No. I still do. I liked Goku when I watched him throughout the Dragon Ball days and stuff when he was a kid and things, and growing up, and I just kind of grew up with that. And I still love Goku. I've seen how it gets serious when push comes to shove.
Oh,
Don't
yeah.
get me wrong. And there are just times I just do like Vegeta more. For example, and some people always ask me this, what's my favorite version of Vegeta? And I looked at them with a straight face, no laughs or anything, but I would just say Majin Vegeta.
Majin Vegeta is freaking sick.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know why. I just always enjoyed Majin Vegeta as a favorite form of mine.
I think it's because just how he's designed, especially when he's battle damaged.
It
There-
just looks really good.
Yeah, and plus too, like, even though that this definitely is a very Toriyama thing to do to Vegeta, his whole final atonement is iconic. Now for the second question, which might get a friend of ours, Crossy, triggered, depending on how you answer
boy.
this.
Oh, I think I know where this is going, but let's hear it.
Are you team Goat Vegeta or team Vegito?
In all honesty, I have to go with the Gogeta on this one. Because when you brought up that whole when Gogeta gets serious, or where Goku gets serious, it's scary. I want to refer to that how Gogeta looked fucking serious in Fusion Reborn when he was fighting Janemba.
Oh, yeah.
When he had... Yeah. The similarities in there were just a lot more... Yeah, the similarities there, that's when I actually was a fan of Gogeta. And what attracted me to more Gogeta than Vegito was not just Fusion Reborn, but it was the GT Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. I actually like that one.
Yeah, same here. I've always said that every single version of Gogeta is my favorite. It's just I like Fusion Reborn a lot more. It's just there's just something about when they fuse, and of course when you are watching the dub, and then you just see him standing there, no smile, no nothing, serious, and he literally says to Janemba in his own words, "Guess what? I'm here now. I'm gonna F you up." And 5 seconds later, fight's done. And the thing with Vegito, I like Vegito, especially in Heroes, because Xeno Vegeto's more serious, because Xeno Goku is a lot more serious in Heroes, as you can tell. He doesn't mess around at all. But the thing with Vegito is, he could have taken out Zamasu. And he allowed Zamasu to do a stupid monologue.
Yeah, that's a bit of the Vegeta and Goku there. Like, the reason I say they're both on that part is because Goku... I just want to point this out, how they both let it happen. For example, Goku let Vegeta go to full power on Namek, and Vegeta let Cell go full power on Perfect Cell and shit like that. And it's just like, why y'all letting him win? Y'all could kill him, for real.
Yeah. Like, seriously, Vegito. This guy killed a future version of your wife. You mean to tell me that you don't want his blood on the freaking walls? Like,
It's like,
Goku got pissed off about once he found out that Goku Black killed Chi-Chi and Goten. He got pissed!
yeah, he really got pissed there. Yeah, and hence why it's scary. It's scary when he's serious and everything.
Yeah. And it's like, let's see. You can definitely tell when the Gine part of him comes out. You can tell when the Bardock comes out. You can tell when he's definitely his parents' son. That's for damn sure.
Oh, absolutely.
Cooler or Frieza?
I'm gonna go with. I'm actually gonna go with Cooler on this one. I have nothing against Frieza and stuff. Frieza's cool. I did like him for a bit, but Cooler's cooler, I guess.
Final form.
Yeah.
Final form. Cooler. Enough said.
Yeah, that was really cool. Though I made a lot of jokes how he had a Shredder helmet when I first saw it, though, and I think that's just what made it appealing for me more a little.
Yeah, and well, like what's interesting about his design is he's like you have third form Frieza, which is based more on the Xenomorph alien, but Cooler's final form is more based on the Predator.
Oh yeah. You know what's funny? I actually saw this on Google Images one time, where someone did like a weird fan art of their whole where Cooler final form versus third form Frieza, and they just put Alien versus Predator logo between them.
Oh my god, that's perfect.
Yeah.
So, I guess one more question here, because obviously you know I have always Sonic and Shadow. Are you Team Sonic or Team Shadow?
Okay, I'll admit that's an actual tough one because I did play a lot of the Sonic games and stuff, and when I played Sonic Adventure 2 and I saw Shadow, I thought he was one of the coolest characters, like how he always says he is. I did enjoy. I'll admit this is a bit weird to say because I know a lot of people don't like this game or say differently, but I actually did enjoy Shadow the Hedgehog, the video game, a little.
So did I.
I think what was just a little challenging part, or just tiring for me, was trying to get the multiple endings for it.
Yeah. I mean, like, you know, that is definitely tedious. I will admit that much, but it's like, you know,
Yeah.
they try to do something different, you know, and but it's like, yeah, like I literally call Sonic Adventure 2, Sonic Heroes, Shadow the Hedgehog, and Sonic 06 the freaking Shadow arc, because he literally goes through character development between those 4 games.
Yeah. Like, I can admit there was a lot of games I enjoyed that had Shadow in them. Another good game that I actually did like it when Shadow was in it, even though it wasn't technically him, but I still counted it. It was Sonic and the Black Knight game.
Ah, yes.
I did enjoy that one as well.
Ah, yes, Sir Lancelot.
Yes, I actually did enjoy that one.
Yeah. Yeah, I like to ask people these questions when I interview them. Like, I asked the singer of Crush 40, and he answered with Sonic, which makes sense because, you know,
that man's been singing Sonic songs for years. I'm not surprised he's kind of picking the low Sonic there.
Yeah, but yeah, man, this was fun. We definitely have to do some more videos together in the future.
Sure, I'm down. You just gotta let me know.
All right. Well, you guys, make sure to check out my buddy's channel here. The link will be down in the description. And as always, I'll see you all in the next video. Later, guys.
Later, everyone.